At this point, the ghost of Persephone went on to explain the beginning of what would become the last voyage of her ship, the Agamemnon. The celestial philosophers of Pluto-Charon meditated on the Doppler shifts of the light spectrum on the nebulous deep. They waited for the stars to talk to them. From Eon frozen Charon, the message was brought across the glass bridge of Styx to Pluto. The message was transmitted into the dreams of a specially chosen space messenger. Persephone had the honor, and Sarabian monks tutored her the importance of the message she was to carry.
You are to travel to the orbital junction of the Earth. There, by the time your ship and you reassemble in their time frame, an important young woman of the Earth will be courted by the Japanese Emperor of the Earth. He will ask her to be his bride. Her decision will rest on the final gift he gives her. This gift will be a second moon for the Earth. This moon will be the asteroid Ceres. Go now and escort this asteroid to the Earth.
Persephone boarded her Ram Collider spaceship, the Agamemnon, en route to the planet Earth. She was prepared to rendezvous with the asteroid Ceres and escort it to the Earth. She was doing this at a point of time when the delivery of Ceres to the Earth was decades into the future, and the Empress-to-be had not even been born yet. This was the nature of faster-than-light space travel. Persephone lived another possibility of time, just a fraction away, in oblivion. The Agamemnon was flung away from Pluto-Charon towards the gas giant planets. First on the order, the blue storm world of Neptune became the source of a diatribe by Persephone. She had an affinity for one of the moons of Neptune. This moon was Triton, retrograde satellite with lakes and geysers of liquid nitrogen.
Nitrogen is gleaned from the surface by human-controlled harvesters on the polar regions of the moon. The beauty of Triton that has me so transfixed, besides its nitrogen breezes, is the origin of organic chemicals that create the liquid nitrogen in the interior of the moon. They are the greatest treasure any world has to offer. Let me explain it this way. A long time ago, your European ancestors were wrong when they believed that the Earth was at the center of the cosmos. When trying to understand the chemical reactions that take place within the moon's surface. Herein lies life's beauty, especially in the light of Triton, it proves two things. Life is not unique to the model of the planet Earth, and man is not the measure of all things.
Instantaneous oblivion, and Agamemnon have been flung through the magnetic fields of Uranus. Past the comet world of Chiron, and into a swarm of spacecraft that preceded the massive gravity wake that was called Saturn. Saturn harbored the most forms of human and non-human life in the solar system. Human, non-human understood this. There were the Saturnian mystics who meditated with lightness through the storm bulges of the gas giant. There were the floating cities that drifted with the air currents between the floating icebergs the size of the Earth. There were the mysterious humans who danced upon the spokes and rims of the rings of Saturn. And societies went even further in these specialized directions. Saturn was a dark place of intrigue. It all culminated in one place. The jewel of Saturn, one of its moons. This was the world of Titan.
Fiery methane. The reason had nothing to do with the mineral wealth of the world. The fascination lies with the natural life forms that abound in Titan's nutrient sea. Its slush lagoons bathe the spectrum of viral oddities with strange helix coils, luminescent colony organisms, and superstructure reefs. Titan's life has an alien beauty and a fantastic glow of what life can become. There are those humans who have not chosen genetic alteration, and then there are the Astartean satyrs who have chosen evolution by union with the semi-sentient coral organisms on Titan. They have allowed the Astartean satyrs to evolve where they no longer need spacesuits to survive on Titan. Such is their joy that they harbor a secret. There is a native intelligent species on this dark moon. They are simply called the Titans. Native intelligent aliens and Titans frequently use their telepathic abilities to send siren calls across the cerebral radio waves of conscious heaven. They use these telepathic siren calls to look for a cross-species mate. The Titans have done this for millennia, having furthered their evolution by breeding with alien species who have traveled through our solar system eons ago. It has been called life dreaming itself into being. On my last journey in the Agamemnon, I felt the siren call of a Titan. I parked the Agamemnon in orbit above Titan and descended to the surface. I was captivated by a siren of Titan.
Persephone recounted her descent to the surface of the world of Titan and into the cold ethane seas. Beneath the hydrocarbon slush, there had been a special cavern. The nitrogen darkness gave way to luminescence of coral organisms. Persephone did not need to see the Titan. She knew it was there, watching her. The consummation of the species thus began. And suddenly it ended, and Persephone had left the cold cavern, shaking with coital heat. She looked behind her and saw the life glow of her blood child inside the womb of the surrogate coral organisms. For a second, she had looked upon the face of her very own soul. It was a joy of loss Persephone would remember forever.
Agamemnon and the womb of outer space. The RAM collider accelerated the real-time history reality of the ship and my own body. I wrote the possible histories while years passed in real time and age matched its own velocity, but I hardly noticed. I had our non-existent flung towards the king of planets, Jupiter.